honcast.com presentation on Breaking CPK. Going to be showcasting us, and joining me is Keizu here as a competitive insight co-caster, of course from blackfade.org. And this is the Cooler Master Honor Tournament, $5,000 on the line here of this event. Big shout out to Cooler Master for throwing up the money. We got Trademark Esports taking on Fnatic Recall here in a best of the 3 series. We're now in game number 2 with Fnatic Recall currently up 1-0. So here we are on the quarterfinal stage, double elimination tournament. So, you know, it just so happens whoever loses, if tdM just happens to lose this game as well, they will still be in the tournament. They'll just be bumped down to the losers bracket. But Fnatic feeling comfortable, I'm sure, after that first game. They just started boot camping today, so they're in a LAN environment. They're feeling good. tdM, obviously, a little bit disappointing after the first game. We'll see how they respond. But like I said, I am joined by Keizu once again. How you feeling, buddy?
I'm still feeling awesome. Looking forward to the second game now.
What do you think about that first? I mean, do you think tdM's going to be in a little bit of a mindset of, well, that sucks, or is it a case you just can't really worry about it? You just got to move on?
I mean, they probably are, and like, it sucks, but they have to move on, and I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they will try even harder now and try to outplay Fnatic as hard as they can.
Yeah. I mean, they know a lot of people watching, and again, a good amount of money on the line. This is also kind of being considered as that warm-up tournament for DreamHack Summer 2012, which is just around the corner, less than pretty much a week away now. So, yeah, so a lot of is on the line. So we got the picks now starting here. We'll first start with the bans, though, as always. As far as the bans go, we are looking at Magebane, Silhouette, Ophelia, Armadon, Pebbles, Keeper of the Forest, Tundra, and Moraxis. So, I believe Armadon is actually the only new ban, if I'm not mistaken. I think Armadon instead of Jerizaya. Other than that, though, you like the Armadon ban, though? I mean,
well, I guess I just don't want to face it, and Fnatic do play a really good Armadon, as you just saw last game.
Yeah.
Hani plays it when Fly gives it to him, and he plays it really well. So.
Yeah, will play very well. So that does leave Jerizaya on the board. We did talk about that last time, so we'll see if a possible Jerizaya pick comes around. But you got both Electrician and Parasite on the board too. Can make it difficult. But first pick Bubbles. So once again, we do see the first pick Bubbles this time by or wait, was it Trademark last time as well?
Yeah, they first pick
again.
Wait, they have first pick. Okay, they had first pick twice now.
Yeah, that's interesting. that it took me back a little bit when I was saying it, but okay. Guess they got it twice in a row. I don't know if Fnatic just didn't care or whatever, but so they got Bubbles first pick. You got Zephyr Luna, though, as the follow-up pickups here for Fnatic. So going with Zephyr this time around if they can't have Armadon. You like that?
Yeah, but I don't like picking Zephyr up that early because he's pretty easy to address.
How so? What do you think they're going to go here? Should they go?
If you pick a dual stun slash like burst lane versus a Zephyr dual lane, you will crush that lane if you have communication. Let's say you play a Magus Pyro versus a Zephyr a Luna. If you get the stun on Zephyr, he has 470 HP level 1 because everyone goes shield headshot, and he will most likely drop to that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, what do you think about Luna, by the way, too? We've been talking about her a little bit lately. I mean, she seems like a support hero that just really is a key support hero for so many lineups. I mean, you like Luna?
I love Luna. She's my favorite hero.
Yeah. Oh, really? Wow.
In my first big match, where I don't know, it was like with Online Kingdom a year ago. I played the Luna solo. I don't know. We played the Luna solo like a year ago all the time. She's still my favorite hero.
Yeah, she's.
I think she's great.
She has a great laning presence and can be played several different ways, which I ultimately like about her too. I think it's really cool. So, by the way, I do want to give. I actually have a couple of updates, or just really one, but. Well, actually, no, a couple. We got Fit versus Flare Esports. We're talking about that. That's another matchup that's happening in this tournament in the quarterfinals. Fit actually defeated Flare Esports 2-0. So they're moving on. And then Clan Milk did beat out SGTY for the tiebreaker match. So they're now in the tournament, also, as well as TT Esports. They're playing A-Man, and then TT Esports is actually playing Team It's Gosu. And the winner of that series will play the winner of this series. So again, the brackets, you can find them. I'll pull them on screen real quickly. If you go to cyber-sports.net, you can find them there. But those are the brackets and what we're looking at. So just a quick update on that. But anyways, picks are finishing here. So let's go back into here. Behemoth and Nymphora were the follow-up picks for Fnatic. But then you got the final 2 picks for tdM. as Valkyrie and Cthulhu. So you talked about having a good burst double stun. I mean, Magnus Valkyrie, that is a deadly one if they choose to do that. So you like how Trademark Esports finished here, Keizu?
Yep, I like what they picked.
Yeah. Strong. Do you think they're going to try to match up that Magnus Valkyrie lane against the Zephyr?
I hope they will.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Whoa. Didn't see that coming. How about that? Era. We're going to see an Era Soul Stealer. I'm very intrigued for this now. Soul Stealer, a hero that doesn't exist too much on the competitive scene right now. But Era
He's
feeling
very
confident.
underrated.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, it is very hard to get him into the game and to lane him, especially to like not have him being roamed on 5 times in the early game.
Mm-hmm.
But like if he is left 1v1 in a lane, he will win 90% of the times because he can just push it out so well, get the runes, and his demon hands just deal so much damage.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, he's another one of those heroes that he was a staple hero for so long. I mean, obviously, really, when the tri-lane was coming about, he started to die, and then really after the tri-lane phase, I mean, we just never saw him. But a big criticized for that is because, again, as you're kind of saying there, I mean, he's so squishy. He has no escape. He's so squishy, and he can be very difficult to lane early on against good and smart teams, you know, that will be aggressive against him and take advantage of that. So, but you know, Era, hands down, one of the best HoN players in terms of farming, in terms of just being an outright carry. That's what makes me at least really intrigued to see this because, again, I'm sure he's a very, very good Soul Stealer player. And really looking forward to seeing how he plays it. And he's going to be a middle matchup, it looks like, against is that going to be a solo Cthulhu font? Really? Yeah. So what is going on here?
TDM has done that a lot lately.
Huh.
Not in the mid lane, but long lane.
Yeah.
I really dislike Cthulhu font in the mid lane.
Well, obviously, I'm sure because of the hook him. I mean, you can't really use that efficiently. Yeah.
And also, you don't really go for runes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you send heroes like Jeremiah in the mid, you don't need runes because you can go for the mana ring and heal yourself, but what are you going to do with Cthulhu font?
Yeah.
Probably rush Helm of the Black Legion. But if he doesn't get an early life cube, he's going to be screwed.
Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, but look at this bottom lane, though. I mean, we got try versus try. Did both teams really expect this? Did both teams go into this game expecting one or the other to run tri lanes? Because, I mean, TDM, it makes a little bit more sense, but yeah, Fnatic's tri lane. I mean, Namphora, Behemoth, and a Luna. I did not see that coming. I mean, how do you think that's going to work?
Oh, that tri lane on Hellborn is really strong. Well, both tri lanes are strong, but I give the favor to Hellborn.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
what are they doing right now?
TDM completely switching it up, though, yeah. They say, never mind. Okay, Magnus is setting top. I'm guessing Bubbles will eventually make his way bottom. And Valkyrie will then go top with Magnus. But, ooh, Valkyrie gets caught on the other side of the fissure stone, so going to be fine. He actually hasn't leveled anything yet. So he could have leveled Leap if he wasn't in a bit of danger, but Trial from Midor feeling that he wasn't, and definitely the better decision. He does get Leap nonetheless. But yeah, so early adjustments happening here from Trademark. Do you think this is going to make it a lot better?
Yeah, I think it's decent because I guess their initial goal is to shut down Soul Stealer and Zephyr. And right now, Soul Stealer isn't getting anything, and Zephyr is sitting barely low, and he might be in danger here, seeing as Magnus is sitting up there.
Yeah, especially if Valkyrie ports up here. I don't know if Valkyrie has a homecoming stone. No, okay, she doesn't, so not going to see that anytime soon, but yeah, that's could be dangerous for Zephyr. I mean, you do see the damage that already has been done. Instead, Magma's going to do some pulling right now to get the lane pushed back a little bit here, and also some experience and a little bit of farm himself, perhaps. But Zephyr, that'll definitely hint to Zephyr that something's up, as he is now very aware, I'm sure. So Glacius also roaming up here. So yeah, a lot of interesting movement going on here from Trademark Esports early on.
Oh. Zephyr might be in trouble.
Oh, there's the Lava Surge stun. The freeze going to follow that up any second now. There we go with the freeze. Bubbles is not nearby, so don't expect him. Nice gust on Magnus right there. He's trying to block him. Zephyr, one round of attack. Oh, it's not going to be enough. The mana potion going to be activated on Magnus, but it's not going to be nearly in time. And Zephyr will survive. Very well played by HoNor right there. Unfortunate for TDM that Bubbles, being played by B-Kid, wasn't able to get there in time. So gank attempt unsuccessful. And now Zephyr is like, all right, I'm going to just sit up here in the jungle. not do much else for now. Because not much
I'm
else
not
he
sure
can
what Fnatic is doing with the tri lane. Like initially they farmed the Luna, but now Luna is going for runes and harassing Valkyrie, and now they're farming
do. Yeah, wait, what?
Behemoth. So I don't know, they're like
That
sharing
is
farm in a tri lane.
strange. Wow.
Ooh, they wanna dive top hard, and they're gonna get it.
They're going to go for it. Magnus is up here. Obviously, you see that it's the Hellborn Courier, so... Oh, and a port coming in. Who is that? That's going to be Nymphora porting in. Magnus realizing now he's in a little bit of trouble. We'll just Lava Surge away. And going to have to fall back. So, as you said, they really wanted to dive Zephyr, unfortunately. Not too successful, and they will fall back. So, I mean, sure, they have been locking down Zephyr a little bit here. He's been getting minimal to no farm, but is this worth it here for tdM with how much they're investing into that?
No, not really, because like their key hero Valkyrie is sitting at 100 GPM.
Yeah.
And even though they're doing so much to shut down Zephyr and Soulseeker, both of them still have higher GPM than their only key hero from tdM, so I don't know. Oh, in the mid lane.
Yeah, Soulstealer actually catching Glacius, so Luna was nearby with the Invis. There's the Seal Storm from Nymphora, and Nova actually on Nymphora will get the kill. A little bit unfortunate, I'm sure they wanted on Arrow, but hey, nonetheless, they get the Bloodlust kill. That's what matters. 3.5 minutes in. Great start for them. So, yeah, really, Sender just caught out. Wrong place, wrong time deal right there. And, well, you just mentioned Soulstealer's farm. You know, hasn't been the greatest, but that kill right there, no doubt helping. And Soulstealer, definitely one of those heroes. I mean, he will start to snowball. Obviously, the more charges he gets on that Soul Steal, the higher level Demon Hands he gets, he will start to take off. He does get trampled by Cthulhu right here, but just going to harass him a little bit more. And now Bottle just delivered, so Arrow's going to have that to use now. So I'd be a little bit worried about that Soul Stealer starting to recover now and get better, as I guess that's kind of inevitable, though, for tdM. So... the top lane, though, I mean, you look at Zephyr, his farm, again, continues not to be the greatest, but he still is managing about 180 gold per minute. Again, especially for the situation, really not too shabby. Bubbles, on the other hand, 16 and 5, 230 GPM himself. But you talked about Valkyrie. I mean, Valkyrie's farm really not doing too impressive. And she does go bottle, by the way. What do you make of that?
I don't know, like, so many players tend to go bottle on side lanes. I mean, in this case, it's probably alright, seeing as their Meteor Cthulhu doesn't have one. But I only like bottle on side lane Pharaoh and Hag.
Yeah.
But I'm not a huge fan of Valkyrie.
I do apologize by the overlays, by the way. I completely slipped on that one, but it should be good now. So I was blocking one of the heroes there. But anyways, so yeah, seeing that bottle on Falcon's side lane, like I said, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that Cthulhu Font isn't going bottle, and as you even mentioned earlier, not necessarily the greatest at chasing after those runes. Valkyrie, though, will get caught right here by Fissure Stun, but obviously going to be more than fine. Takes a power throw on top of that. But yeah, I mean, how about this bottom lane, though? Behemoth, 21 and 7. I've never. I mean, this kind of, it feels like it's somewhat similar to a Magmus getting farm focus, but I feel like Magmus is more efficient with that farm. Do you think a Behemoth focusing on farm could make sense? I mean,
it's not bad, but just as you said, Magmus is. Like, if you want to do that, Magnus is the better hero to do so. But it's still, obviously, a very good pickup on Behemoth.
Yeah. Well, we'll see who is playing Behemoth. That is No-Tail playing Behemoth. So, we'll see how he starts to take off. It was also interesting how you mentioned Luna did start it, but no, she hasn't really gone a creep kill since.
Yeah.
The initial couple of creep kills. Trample attempt in the middle lane will not hit right there. Soul Stealer actually able to get just out of range. Did take a Glacial Blast, but... or Tundra Blast, excuse me, but able to easily survive. And now he's going to go to the bottom rune, the 6-minute rune. It's going to be a regen. You see Luna is going to actually cover it just to make sure. So Soul Stealer will gladly bottle that up. So
look at Hani and Nova, though. They're jungling together. Just they're abandoning the top lane.
Oh, wow, yeah.
But still keeping Zephyr with the high GPM, with the stacking, and healing him while he's doing the jungle.
Yeah, that's actually very interesting. But I guess it's kind of necessary, again, for... what's been happening at the top lane, middle lane. In the meantime, Soulstealer getting locked on the Obliterate attack speed, and Soulstealer trying to get a counter kill. Not going to happen, though. Cthulhu Font just a little bit too powerful with that Obliterate and gets the kill himself. So, Era, you could tell he tried to turn that around, but just not enough. And the kill does come out in favor of Trademark Esports. So, very solid kill for them on the Soulstealer right there. So, Cthulhu Font's farm now, 352 gold per minute after that. So, he has been having a very impressive farm. I mean, he is the top creep scorer in the game as well when it comes to that. So, not bad news there for our Legion team, who finishes as Steam Boots and also gets some Regen as well as some Mystic Vestments. But, I mean, yeah, you're right. Look at Zephyr. I mean, his farm has definitely recovered quite a bit. it's a very unorthodox, you could say, dual laning or dual manning the jungle, but they're making it work, so got to give props to Fnatic for that.
Yeah, I like how Fly especially picked this game. I'm not sure if he did it intentionally, meaning that if he picked SS in his team, that they would try and roam as they're actually action in the mid.
Yeah, and speaking of Soul Stealer, he's getting chopped down right here at the Cuffo, keeping him in place. Going to use the regen rune, actually, trying to maybe make a little bit of a crazy play right there, but not able to happen. Meanwhile, at the bottom lane, there was a kill onto a Luna, so a couple of kills happened there for Trademark. But with the point that you're making about Soul Stealer, though, maybe, trying to get the other team to roam for their benefit.
Yeah, what my point was is that he has Zephyr and Zephyr and Soul Stealer as their farmers, and they're so good at coming back and just farming the jungle that I don't know if he read that tdM would roam / tri lane, so that they could just abandon the tri lane, or like the lane the tdM's tri lane is on, and go into the jungle and get like the comeback on their heroes, because both Zephyr and Soul Stealer are just great jungle / comeback heroes for that matter.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it is interesting. It's one of those cases. It would be cool to have Fly nearby to be like, so is this what you were thinking? But I mean, Honey, he's 321 gold per minute. This is very impressive farm for, being in the jungle for most of it. He's got his Helm of the Black Legion finished now. He's up there with the top competitors for GPM. I mean, Cthulhu is a little bit further ahead at 360 gold per minute, but as I said earlier, he did choose to go Steam Boots, power supply finish. So Helm of the Black Legion not in the near future for him as a result of that. But now Soul Stealer's died twice, but this is something we brought up a lot when we saw him, and worth bringing up here again. Soul Stealer is a hero that can and will recover. I mean, he's just simply too good of a hero as far as recovering to not to. I mean, those Demon Hands so powerful for just cleaning out the creep wave. So that's something to keep in mind here for Fnatic, that although those 2 deaths, unfortunate, he still is not necessarily in the worst of spots by any means. So, you think that's fair to say?
Yeah, for sure. And also what I said in the last game, with how Fnatic picks with the have arrow farm and move with 4 heroes, they kind of have the same thing again. They have a Luna, Zephyr, Behemoth, and Nymphora. They once again have lots of tank, gank, counter push, and like overall long range defensive spells. Yeah. As they're going on Soul Stealer in the jungle.
Yeah, they catch Soul Stealer in the jungle. He's going to try to pour it out, but obviously not going to happen. They're too much damage, and gets the kill. So that is now his 3rd death of the game. And that's what you just really have to do. You just have to make sure to keep killing him over and over again, so that he doesn't recover. He doesn't get back into it. So that is the good news for tdM at the same time, that they now got 3 kills onto him, and they're going to make a little bit of a push here in the middle lane. So. Not going to push on the tower by any means, but at least applying some pressure here in the middle lane. What do you think about Cthulhu not going straight away for the Helm of the Black Legion, though?
He probably won. I don't know. Let's go with the action first and then talk about it.
His action brewing at the bottom, but looks like Behemoth jumps in actually with the ultimate. He puts the Fisher Stun out, but not enough damage. So right there, Notel getting a little bit confident. I'm not actually sure where he was hiding. I was actually watching a Luna and Nymphora, but no follow-up resulted in no kills right there for our Hellborn team. So just a good catch on a no-tail out of position. You tried, though.
What I think about the Hell of Black Legion is that he probably wanted to be more aggressive in terms of damage output with the Steam Boots, trying to run him down with the attack speed, because they weren't really roaming mid lane. Fnatic side, and he's not gonna die to a Soul Stealer unless he massively misplays.
Yeah. Oh, Magnus at the bottom lane in the meantime. Behemoth coming down here as well. Obviously, Fisher Stun on cooldown. The arrow, 5-second arrow on Nymphora will hit her, so she'll start taking some damage from some creeps. Oh my god, yeah. No, but getting close to dying right there, but is gonna survive in the end. But how about this Behemoth? I mean, he's got that early Ring of Sorcery, obviously being the focus of a bit of farm down here at the bottom lane. It's not too impressive by any means. It's only sitting at 200 gold per minute right now, but at least managing to get that early on will be helpful. But here's that push again in the middle lane, and this time it could get close to actually taking out the tower as the next creep wave going to come up. So we do see Cthulhu going to use that hook him, and they're going to go for the tower kill right here. Aluna's nearby. We'll see if any ports happen. Cthulhu thought about trampling. But there goes the tower kill, and he is now very close to finishing the Helm of the Black Legion especially after that. Meanwhile, at the top lane, Zephyr was doing some pushing of his own. We'll get caught with the cup build, and actually HoNor in a lot of trouble. Will he use the Typhoon? Try to maybe make something happen right here. He's going to use a Cyclone, stay alive. The Typhoon comes out at the last second. It is down. Magma's taking a bit of damage, but no, not nearly enough. Zephyr will fall. There was absolutely no support there for HoNor to rely on, so that was just a great catch from our Legion team as they also denied the tower. So Trademark Esports, a good sequence of events right there for them.
Yeah, indeed. That was pretty important for them to get a pick off now on Zephyr, because he was farming literally the whole game.
Yeah.
Without any movement from tdM.
Yeah, very little interruption. Obviously, ever since he went into that jungle, wasn't really much of that going on. So definitely a great counter kill right there on tdM's behalf, and now they're applying pressure as well onto that top lane. So moving the tower to about half life, it will force Fnatic to roam a little bit and perhaps defend it if need be. Arrow, though, on the other hand, again on the Soul Stealer, despite those 3 deaths, he's now up to 275 gold per minute. He's already got steam boots, he's got a bottle power supply. And speaking of that, what do you think? Do you think Shrunken Head has priority, or Assassin Shroud, or Portal Key? I mean, what will we see here on Soul Stealer?
I hope he goes for BKB.
Yeah?
Yeah. If I were him, I would get Mystic Vestments right now, or just the Mighty Blade. Either is pretty good, but he should pick it up, because it might save him lots of times.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they don't burst him on the Legion and he is able to run away, that's big.
Bottom lane, that was a great job of staggering the stuns right there by Hellborn side. Aluna, Nymphora, and Behemoth all staggered their stuns, and just got close enough with that ultimate to get the kill on a Valkyrie. Her leap was on cooldown, as she had just used it earlier. So very smart timing right there from my Hellborn side. In the meantime, though, Glacius coming in with Bubbles and Magnus. And Bubbles, will he port? Yes, he will. The Kefir will catch a couple of heroes. Great finish on, though, once again from Behemoth, blocking off Magnus. The Seal Stun on top of that, and Magnus cannot get an efficient Lava Surge stun off. Cthulhu missing the trample. It's not going to matter, though. They will take out Nymphora right there. Behemoth, he's now completely stuck. He does have finish stun in 2 seconds. Oh, he's going to use it right there to Magnus. Magnus may fall. Magnus will go down. The Glacial Downpour going to help end up killing Behemoth. It looks like... Oh no, is he actually going to escape? No, he's not. The Tundra Blast uses Cthulhu in the meantime, joining the rest of the party, and that was a wrong decision. Moon Meander puts himself in a horrible position, and with Zephyr joining the party, will get smacked down on top of that. So a big sequence right there of events, and I think Fnatic actually coming out on top when it's all said and done, especially with HoNor joining the party. So well played by Fnatic there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they went out ahead in this fight, especially with Arrow picking up the kill, and both Zephyr and Soulseed are getting the experience for the highest level in the game here, being the Cthulhu Font.
Yeah, it's, I mean, again, HoNor deserves so much credit this game for how well he has recovered. After that, just awful start of the early game because of the setup that he was up against, but the bottom tower goes down, and you pull back up that GPM chart, and he is getting closer and ever so close to that Cthulhu Font. And also, as we keep addressing, Soul Stealer. As you were making the point, though, you think BK or Shrunken Head would be the priority or smart choice here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for it.
Yeah, ooh, nice triple stack Ancients here too.
Yeah, they're just doing a great job throughout the whole game. The early game they stacked for Zephyr, and now, yeah, well, they're sharing it, but Soulstealer has taken the Ancients in the last couple of minutes a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Soulstealer actually getting a majority of those kills right there, so all of a sudden he has 2,700 gold saved up, and ooh, there we go. Portal Key pickup, so that does surprise me too. I was definitely thinking Shrunken Head as well, but Era, you know, is known as a very confident player.
Very aggressive as well.
Very aggressive, exactly, so I guess at the same time it's not too surprising.
No, not by seeing it from that type of a player.
Yeah.
He knows how to play with it, so I'm not going to question it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if he gets the level, he's going to be level 11 soon, so he will have that level 2 Soul Burst. And we'll see if he finds any opportunities to use that ability with. Speaking of Portal Key just purchased on BKit here on Bubbles. So Bubbles has kind of had a quiet yet solid game himself. He is now 4-1 and oh no, that's Cthulhu Fun. He's 1-0-4 as he's now farming 330 gold per minute plus. So having that Portal Key on Bubbles will prove to be useful, I'm sure. But again, now Soul Stealer with that Portal Key, obviously not necessarily helping us farm in that sense of just crazy amount of farm, but it will now give him the opportunity to maybe jump, or he's also play defensively if needs be. And he is pushing the middle tower in the meantime. Glacius is here. We'll see if they try to bait him in. Oh, Arrow wants the kill so bad. The Tundra Blast is going to be used. And oh, he goes back in and he takes that. Great job by Arrow right there. You were yelling out deny.
Yeah.
Glacius probably should have attacked it right there, but he thought that Arrow was indeed going to run away, so... just smart play by Arrow when it's all said and done. Meanwhile, in the background, Behemoth chops in. The ultimate use on the back with Fissure Stun, and there's a great offensive gust to finish him off. Now, the Fissure Stun does block off the Hellborn team a little bit right there, so that's the unfortunate part, but they got the kill. Soulstealer going to jump in with a couple of Demon Hands, and yes, very well placed right there by Arrow. Those are not easy to land, especially in the moment like that. A great Cthulhuphon trample, though, will catch both N4 and Aluna, who had just ported it. Are we going to see Soulstealer Soul Burst? Yes, he's going to attempt it. There we go with the Soul Burst. A Typhon on top of that, and Glacius will fall. Zephyr on top of Valkyrie. Valkyrie goes down. The trample from Cthulhuphon wants that kill on his Soulstealer, but he ain't going to get no kills, bitches. Cthulhuphon will go down. And a hat trick when it's all said and done for Soulstealer right there. Very well played by our Hellborn team.
Yeah, it's sort of like at the top fight, it started off so well for Fnatic, but then the turnaround with a great trample and a bubbles TP.
Yeah.
But then it just all got turned around on it. Soulstealer got his soul burst off and it just dealt massive amount of damage in AoE.
Look at Soulstealer's farm now. This is how ridiculous this freaking hero is.
Yeah. I mean, it started with the Ancients where he hit 350, and now after this fight he went up by 130 GPM.
485 gold per minute. Like, that just came out of nowhere, it seems like. He has now 3,700
we
gold
talked
saved
before
up.
about him finishing a BKB, and now he has both BKB and PK.
Yeah, he's going to finish it in a matter of 100 gold. Yeah, it's... So...
Brilliant.
Yeah, never mind. Okay, he goes Firebrand instead, so... Going to be going the Geometer's main route. So doesn't want to play it safe, he says. And you know what?
Maybe.
With the way it's been going, can't blame him.
Yeah.
Shrunken Head would be powerful, though, against this Legion team. Very powerful. But yeah, he's not too worried, I guess. But, you know, especially after that last fight, and I'm sure the confidence level is quite up right now. Why not? Why not go for Firebrand? I mean, again, don't get me wrong. Geometer Bane is a great item on a Soulstealer. It is, but again, a safer route would probably be the Shrunken Head. But again, it is Era. Want to play ballsy. Portal Key, obviously Behemoth has his Portal Key now, and already another 1,100 gold saved up. And then there's Zephyr. We haven't really talked too much about his items, but you look at what he has. I mean, he's got the Shaman's, got the Helmet of the Black Legion, got his Steam Boots, as Frostburn by Era.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He likes the item.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know, I think it's been called the like hub item throughout the last months, but I think it's underrated. It's a really strong item.
Well, the huge benefit is simply, you know, you split it up into the Frostless Skull Geometers being a later game, and you got two massive items as a result of that. But
yeah,
we have been
just the
seeing it more.
movement speed as well. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's how much is it? 14%. It's a lot.
And you see him right now. I mean, he's running around at 410 movement speed. That's quite fast right there for him. So, Conqueror is being attempted by our Hellborn side. You see a Fidget Stun going to be used right there, kind of blocking him off a little bit, but assisting with some damage. Soulstealer just farming in the middle lane, not trying to make it too obvious on what's going on. There is no vision for a Legion team around the pit. Now, the arrow is going to come out right here from Tralfamador, so they know what's going on. Are they confident in stopping it, though? Bubbles is making his way up there, and Magnus is not here just yet either. Valkyrie Prism going to be used. Ooh, that was a very early Prism. Not a whole lot of movement going on, so here we go. They're going to kind of move in, but it's not nearly enough to make anything happen. The Hellborn team, in fact, they're going to react themselves. Soulstealer, oh, that is their own rev. Oh, Soulstealer in prime position to set something up. There's a Fidget Stun. Valkyrie getting jumped on with one demon in hand. Will survive. Bubbles jumps back in with the Song of the Sea. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Big fight coming up. The trample coming up for Cthulhuphon. Soulstealer dropping quickly, and Soulstealer will fall to the ground. Behemoth jumps in with his ultimate coming off. Fnatic Ray Call right now. It seems to be a little bit behind. Zephyr is actually trying to run away, as Magnus is dead as well. So right now it's a 1-for-1 exchange. Behemoth will get picked off, as Cthulhuphon a little bit too beefy, but now Cthulhuphon in those front lines dropping quickly. Glacius falls though, and Zephyr now going to fall, looks like, as well. So very well played by Trademark Esports. Behemoth jumps back in. He did buy back. He wants to finish off Moon Meander. He will get the kill on Moon Meander, as Aluna also snipes out Valkyrie right there with the power throw. Behemoth wants another kill. He does have a stomp ready to use. Is he going to portal key? Yes, he is. There's a stomp. There's the attack. And down goes Glacius. Bubble's going to port out. And Fnatic is actually going to stay out on top in the end. Now, they did use buybacks on both Zephyr and Behemoth, but I think those were necessary, especially since now Conqueror's still alive.
Yeah, if they wouldn't have bought back, most probably Legion would have had the Conqueror kill. But it was overall like great target focus by tdM. They dropped Soul Stealer instantly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Soul Stealer just melted in, you know. Well, shrunken head. Just saying.
Yep. I don't know.
Just saying. But yeah, it's.
It was great target focus here by tdM.
It was, yeah. No, he definitely dropped very quickly in that fight. So a lot of credit for the part of Trademark Esports and definitely the prime target really that you want to take out as soon as possible if you're this Legion team. Top tower gets 9 in the meantime, but you know, Conger he has regenerated quite a bit, but he's still somewhat hurt. But I don't think either team is too interested now in doing him in the very near future at least, so we'll have to wait perhaps to see another Conger attempt going off. Bubbles! He has an Arcana picked up, so he's on his way to the inevitable Hellflower pickup for him. Valkyrie, not the greatest farm for her throughout this game. I mean, you look at her items, it kind of shows that. 23 minutes in, really just has Ghost Marcher, Soul Scream Ring, and a couple of regen items, so not able to do too much in terms of physical damage just yet, but doing her best. 1,000 gold save dodge. She's may catch a Luna right here. Oh, the arrow just misses. The great attempt from Trelf, but just behind a Luna, and she will end up surviving, so missed gank attempt. I will say, though, we got 15 to 14 hero kill advantage in favor of Trademark Esports so far in this game. Definitely a much more aggressive and action-oriented game earlier on than it was last game, so that's a good thing that we have here.
Actually trying Conger again now.
Yeah, I like that fissure block there.
Yeah.
Nifty strategies.
Poor Conger.
There we go. He makes his way through. And so without Zephyr, though, you know, that's a little bit dangerous. But yeah, Zephyr is going to come in. Going to try it once again, but once again, tdM is on the ball. Although they don't have vision in the Conger pit, it's just, you know, simple doing the math. They figure that they're in that area as they're nowhere else on the map, so they are correct. An arrow going to come out right here, not on Conger, but it may hit Behemoth. No, Behemoth dodges it just before. So Conger is below half-life now. He's getting down there. Fnatic seems to be kind of chipping away at him. Really, Zephyr the only one that was in the pit. But Trademark Esports is just hanging around and just waiting for that right opportunity. So this could be a very, very decisive fight right here, depending on what happens. Now, Soul Stealer is not with them. And yes, I was going to say, this is the Legion team chance to jump right here. Bubbles will jump in with the Kelfield. Not a whole lot of follow-up just yet. The Prism going to be used as Soul Stealer does portal in, though. And now they're looking to make a turnaround. So the Legion team didn't fully commit right there. And now they don't have a Kelp field. So that actually may not... that may have turned out to be pretty bad here for tdM.
It's a big deal for them.
Yeah. Not having that Kelp field could really hurt them here. So we'll see. You see the 3 heroes in the pit. You got Nymphora and Behemoth off to the side. Of course, Behemoth waiting for his counter-initiation chance. Our Legion team charging in. There goes the late final Luna right there in the background. And here we go. Once again, the fight is starting. Soul Stealer a portal key out of the pit, though. And never mind. The fight is not starting, apparently. So, Fnatic playing very cautious here. But I guess it's the right decision, and they're going to go back in once again. So, they're just chipping down this Conger right here. I mean, do you think this is smart here from Fnatic?
Yeah, I think sooner or later they'll get it, or just force the fight.
You see Cthulhu, he misses the trample. The obliterate comes out there, and Nymphora starting to take a lot of damage. And here we go, finally commitment happening from the Legion team. Nymphora will go down, but in comes Behemoth. The Zephyr Gust as well. Cut through the font, dropping quickly. Soul Stealer in the midst of it all. Is he going to get a Soul Burst off? He did get stunned right there. He's using his Demon Hands, not going to Soul Burst. Eruption from Magmus off to the side will help finish out Behemoth, but again, Zephyr just too tanky in the end, missing the Gust right there. Soul Stealer lands some Demon Hands. No, Valkyrie going to get away, it looks like. And so will Bubble. So right now, the Hellborn team coming out on top of it. Magmus is in the midst of it all. Noto did fight back up Behemoth. He will stop Magmus right there. The Fissure Stun as well. And Magmus will fall to the ground. Demon Hand lands on a Bubbles. And Bubbles actually going to portal away before he eventually falls. So the Hellborn team, once again in the end, when it's all said and done, they are victorious. But, oh, yeah, it's by herself. Nope, Bubbles going to portal away. Very heads up by Beacon right there. But they very likely are going to get Conger now.
Yeah, they will.
Behemoth bought back again.
He has no more buybacks.
He has no more buybacks.
Pretty aggressive with his buyback, but I think in that situation it's a really good buyback because they managed to pick off Magmus. And because of that, most probably they got the Conger now on top of that.
Yeah. So there you go. God, that was a long battle at Conger right there for these two teams. Very, very interested. And finally, Fnatic comes out on top of it. So that was big for them.
They didn't even use Soul Stealer ulti.
Yeah.
Quite surprised.
I was waiting for it the whole time and never came off, so he just never found the right opportunity, I guess. But he does have 3,000 gold saved up, as well as that token of life now. So on his way, obviously it could be one of many things. Could split up that Frostburn now to Geometer's Bane or whatever. He could go BKB still, or Shrunken Head, so we'll see. I mean, I think maybe he is realizing more and more now, especially after these last couple of fights, that Shrunken Head, how important it is. I have a feeling that's what he's going to be going here next, but we'll see.
About the Soul Stealer ulti, what lots of people forget is that the AoE is really big, so it will always deal some damage, but on top of that it's a 25% movement speed slow and base damage reduction, and that's a huge deal, but most people just don't even know that. They think, oh, damage, that's about it.
Yeah, no, that's actually really good to bring up, and I'm not going to lie, I'll be the first to admit, I knew about the movement slow, but it didn't hit me until you said that, and I looked over. Yeah, and also the base damage that it reduces. Actually, that's very effective. So, yeah, that's another big reason. It's not just about the damage. You know, getting that ultimate off in those team fights, especially earlier on, can be very impactful for you. So, he does have 3,900 gold now, so has enough for Shrunken Head. But again, with the way this game's been going, you also want to keep in mind buybacks as well, as he still has both of his. So, and he has been known to save up a bit of gold, so not too surprising there. But he's just going to keep it going at the bottom lane. So right now, obviously, Fnatic still continues to have a bit of an advantage. We just see some triple-stacked Ancients once again going on. Magnus really wants that portal key, and he just got it right there. So congrats to Z-Freak. He does have the portal key now, and that will be huge for Trademark. He also is level 11. So, of course, the level 2 Eruption going to be coming back for him. Buybacks. Tralfamador did also use a buyback himself. I don't know if we ever mentioned that, so just keep an eye on that.
I don't think I got that.
I don't think I did either, so yeah, that's why I'm bringing it up. So thank God they added those buyback tokens, because that helps a lot.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, I was watching Valkyrie the whole time, and in the meantime, Bubbles actually got jumped right there, so unfortunate for him. Obviously, Behemoth doing some work with the stuns. Now the Legion team making their way down here. Soul Stealer, oh, portal key in 1 second. He may need to use it soon, because Cthulhu's going to run in. There goes the portal key, but Valkyrie's also here with an Invis. And they are not aware of that, of course. Yeah, he's blocking Behemoth's like, what is going on right here? He's going to finally get jumped on. But it looks like the Legion team not going to risk it. Meanwhile, Glacius in the background actually taking a bit of damage from the hasted Soul Stealer. So kind of having some fun right there. But he does have Token of Life for another 4 minutes. And I would think this is a case of Fnatic really wanting to use that Token of Life here.
Yeah. I really like Xander's warding. Even though both his wards just ran out, which were in the Hellborn jungle, both next to the pull spot, and the one to the very left of the jungle. I really like those wards because Hellborn is always jungling.
Yeah.
They didn't really use them a lot, but in the early stages they did to gank Soul Stealer.
Bottom push coming. Hellborn team, we see Behemoth way in the background. He is just waiting for that right moment. If they get jumped on for the counter initiation, as we always see, Soul Stealer again has that Token of Life. He also has buyback money for really 2 buybacks. There we go with the trample, though. Soul Stealers are going to start taking some damage. But the Hellborn team did a good job in not overcommitting to that themselves. They were not going to get baited on right there, use all their big abilities, and the defense tower does stay out of deny range, so our Legion team will not be able to do so. But Fnatic not falling off just fully yet, kind of doing a fake fallback here. Now there's a ward of sight at this bottom rune. They will see Soul Stealer bottle up the Invis, so they know that he's invisible right now. He needs to be careful, because are there going to be revs put down is the question. There we go with the rev that's placed out over here, and yes, he's going to walk right next to it. Ooh, is not close enough, though. So
he still has the token, though. I'm not sure if he's the most
true.
ideal target here for Legion.
That is true, actually. So even if they do happen to catch him, could still be fine. You see Glacius coming out. There's another ref put down. And can they see him now? They should be able to see him. No. Wow.
He might be barely out of range.
Yeah, barely out of range. Wow, that is great positioning from Soul Stealer right there. They're going to... God, it seems like something should be happening right now. But nothing's happening. Oh my gosh, he's just out of range. Yeah, are they going to gust? I mean, it is Cthulhu, so... Not the most ideal target, speaking of that. Okay, now he's sitting right on top of it. So, they can't see him now, then something's wrong.
But they used Barrier Idol. I think Mumin just misclicked.
That is unfortunate.
Because he used it on only himself.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, they don't have that now. That's 400 damage absorption. And now here we go. So, of course, he comes out of the Invis of Soul Stealer.
I hope they leave, yeah. They should leave the tower.
Yeah, it's not worth the risk. Well, that was again a long battle at the tower, but it does come out on top.
There was gold amount. Once again,
6,000. This whole series, the first game he had several times, and this game he's already had a couple times. God, he just saves up that gold, man. I mean, I don't know. Do you like that? I mean, is that fine?
Oh,
yeah. I don't.
Sell the freaking bottle.
I know. Buy something for crap. Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa, wingbow.
Wingbow.
Can't say I saw that coming. Huh? Yeah. Why's that?
I mean, if he has high movement speed and PK, and I know he's a great player, so he can position himself, and now he's gonna have great damage.
Mm-hmm.
But if tdM keeps up what they're doing to focus him, then Wingbow isn't the most efficient item.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I see tdM play Cthulhu Fund in bubbles, they always do great on those two heroes. Especially Moon Meander on the Cthulhu Fund.
Yeah.
He always does such a great job on that hero.
Yeah, he's definitely plays a fantastic through the font. So they're going to need him to play fantastic here, as again another tower push happening. They do know that he has a wingbow now, and that tower is easily going to fall. So trying to deny it right there, but not successful. So Fnatic just played a very slow, very tedious, but just chipping away at you game. And it's working. I mean, that's kind of what Fnatic, not necessarily they need to do, but it's what they can do, and it is working. So that is to their favor. And Zephyr, by the way, did we ever mention the Frostburn pickup on him? I don't even know if you mentioned that, but
Yeah, we did.
okay. So yeah, he has another 2,000 gold saved up on top of that. And then look at Solskjaer, already has another basically 2,000 gold saved up himself. So this is definitely a pace of a game right now. For Fnatic.
You were talking about Zephyr. No, we didn't mention that.
Yeah, Zephyr was okay. I didn't think we did. So
Yeah, we didn't.
he also just purchased a Soul Bulwark, I think. So that's on the way now.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, Frostburn, not a usual item to see on Zephyr. I mean, it's not rare by any. It's not like odd, but don't usually see it.
Lots of people pick it up for the movement speed and the slow and stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
He's gonna be pretty fast because the windshield also gives him movement speed if he attacks.
Yep. I mean, right now he's at 440 with that up, so
Yeah.
that's
Pretty damn fast.
that is. Maximum is 522, of course, with haste, so you're getting up there with 440 movement speed. Our Legion team, I mean, are there items that stand out over here? Not really. I mean, you got your Hellfire on Bubbles, of course. Your Shieldbreaker, which I'm sure is level 3. Level 2 still, actually, on Valkyrie. And then you got Cthulhu Fun. He actually has a plate mail picked up, so I'm guessing Frostfield plate
Yeah.
in the works for him.
They picked up a gem on Emperor. Yay.
You always like to see those down dies, don't you?
Honest is, I don't know, it's just if you, it's easy to use and it's so efficient. If you get that map control, you can out-farm them, you can take over control of the map, you can camp their jungle, get a pickoff, and get a tower.
Yeah.
It's just, in my opinion, still an underrated item. I mean, lots of teams pick it up, but in my opinion, a bit too late.
Well, and as a spectator, the funny thing is, it's one of those things, too, that it's hard to see as a spectator because we already get all the vision on the map, so obviously it's like, well, is it really that useful? But of course, as a player, which you have plenty of experience as on the competitive level, you can address that it's very, very useful, and how important vision is in general, and how taking it away from the opposition is very, very impactful. So, so yeah, that is good for Hellborn side, and therefore has been going around already, doing some, or at least attempting to do a bit of that. But I'm kind of at a loss for tdM right now. I mean, what do they do? Because is it just really? Do they just have to trap Fnatic or something? I mean,
yeah, they need to either try what 12 is doing right now with. Oh my God! He actually hit the 5-second arrow on the Luna, and he's gonna get a pick up.
Wow.
Or is he?
Deja vu? Nope.
No. Damn. So what happened? He arrowed. Fly was running away. Used the tablet, and in the process of using the tablet, he teleported himself right into the 5-second arrow.
Oops.
Yeah. But anyways, looks like tdM is just slowly falling apart. Just Fnatic is taking the lead. Like, they're just getting more and more as the game progresses. But they have the PK now on Zfreak playing the Magnus, and they're trying a gank here on the top.
Yeah, they are. The three of them, the Prism use, and here we go. Solskjaer in a lot of trouble right now.
Oh.
The Eruption going to be using everything coming out. Solskjaer will end up falling. So that's exactly what tdM needs right now. I mean, that's the beginning. Still need a lot more, but that is a step in the right direction. So very, very good gank on their part. The question is, though, what do they do after this now? Solskjaer cannot buy back. Congo is up. So, but
they could go aggressive, get some map control, try pick off, perhaps.
Yeah.
But I love how tdM and especially Frey, now known as TT Esports, they excel with Valkyrie a lot, especially with the ultimate. They're one of the few teams to use it to get those sneaky ganks going on.
Yeah, Valkyrie Prism, and exactly right. I used to just bring that up a lot too, where it's fun seeing the Valkyrie Prism used aggressively rather than very defensively, which seems like we see it more of the time. Again, just a quick recap, guys. I know we don't have a lot of information on the screen today. Unfortunately, producer, I wasn't able to get some graphics made. But anyways, this is game number 2 here of the quarterfinals Cooler Master HoNor Tournament, $5,000 prize pool. We have Fnatic taking on tdM, of course. Fnatic is currently up 1-0 here in a best-of-3. So obviously, if they win, they move on to the semifinals. If they lose, we will go to a third and final game. But it is a double elimination tournament as well. Nymphora is going to get caught out right here as Valkyrie happens to run into her. So I'm not sure what Nymphora was doing all the way over there. I mean, I'm guessing just trying to play some more to sites, but that's always very risky. And another kill actually in the middle lane happening on a Behemoth. So all of a sudden, it is a 5 versus 3 in favor of Trademark Esports. And I got to think they're going to get a free tower kill right here. Maybe even a little bit more. Now, Nymphora will be back very soon. Behemoth, though, has a little bit of time, so we'll see if tdM can make much of this.
45 seconds on Behemoth.
That's a big deal. I mean, not having that fissure, not having that just counter-initiation presence is pretty impactful in favor of tdM, so.
Yeah, I think they should backdoor bottom. They might actually get damage on the base, though.
Yep. Aluna is actually pushing the top lane, but...
they're going to farm the lanes, I guess.
Yeah. They figure top and bottom with how much push is happening, might as well farm that. Not risk getting involved in a huge team fight right now. So they are going to try to play a little bit of a farm game here, but with the way this game is going, you know, it seems like that is going to work out better for Fnatic. But hey, if they keep getting picks these last couple of minutes, they got the pick on Solstier, on the Behemoth. I mean, just finding those right opportunities, and they can make it happen. Geometer's Bane, by the way, was finished on Soulstealer. So split up the Frostburn, of course, as we talked about, and another Conqueror attempt possibly coming. Now, there's a ward of sight here placed by Sender. And you see the Bubble Shell Surf coming out just in case, but not really attempting it just yet, but they are in that vicinity and thinking about it, I'm sure. So, possible Conqueror. This will be the second Conqueror, I believe. I think he's only been killed once so far. Yeah, he's only been killed once, yeah.
Yeah, it's the second Conqueror of the game.
So, no bananas just yet. tdM, though, again, not gonna allow it to be easy as they did the first time. Whispering Helm just purchased on Soulstealer, by the way.
Did he just sell Icebrand?
He did.
Okay.
he
likes going this Frostburn into splitting into either a Frostwolf or Geometers and then sell the other half.
Huh.
Yeah.
That is something. I mean,
he did it the other day on Dark Lady.
Do you think it's a good idea? I mean,
it's interesting and
odd, yeah.
I loved how he did it on TDL. I'm not sure which versus who they played, but he went like Frostburn, split it up. Might actually been with I don't know. Might have been with us, but he did it really well. But I like it this time around as well because I think he needs a lifesteal more than a slow. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't say I've really seen that too much. I mean, the fact that he's done it a couple times, it shows that he's committed. So. But Whispering Helm and the eventual Symbol of Rage, I'm sure. Very, very powerful item. Now, we do see he's in that Conqueror pit. He portal keyed in from behind, so he wanted to make sure that he was not going to be seen.
Very smart
attempting it. Yeah, very smart indeed. You got Cthulhu kind of coming up, but yeah, Legion team, they're not aware right now that it's actually happening. I mean, they have an idea, but yeah, because
and also what's interesting now about the Whispering Helm, they don't they see the other 4 heroes running around, but they don't expect the Soulstealer to be able to solo the Conqueror.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is very, very, very heads up and smart play here from Fnatic. And
this is some next level shit going on.
Next level shit going on here from Fnatic. The Conqueror's gonna die, and you know, tdM is gonna be like, wait, really?
Oh, there's the arrow.
Oh, they see it! Oh, here we go! Are we gonna see something? Conqueror shuts him out. Conqueror will fall. Great fissure stun initially from Behemoth, and tdM has no choice but to retreat. They're gonna attempt to. Valkyrie trying to get away. Look at the damage output from Soulstealer, though, just tears up Valkyrie right there. The rest should be fine, but yeah, great fissure stun from No-Tail right there to block them off. That worked out perfect for Fnatic Raid Call. So a token of life now on Soulstealer. I mean, we saw the damage, too. I mean, he just tore up Valkyrie right there. I mean, I guess Valkyrie is very squishy on the other hand. She doesn't have the most life. So, But yeah, that is not good for Trademark Esports now.
No, looks once again looks really grim, but they have a chance, and the heroes they have right now, they play them a lot. Cthulhu Fund, Magnus, Bubbles, Valkyrie, and Glacius, of course, on Sender, but maybe they can make something happen, as we said before, with the Deadwood.
Well, they're gonna try. I mean, obviously, this is the elimination, well, not the elimination game, but you lose here, you move to the losers bracket. So they're gonna give it their best, but you see this middle tower, it is dropping. Nothing that they can do. Valkyrie does have buyback, but she's up in 10 seconds, so obviously it would be no point. Now the tower does go down, so the rack's now gonna start falling. Valkyrie's gonna be back up right here, so this is a chance. She buys a Slayer as soon as she gets up, so this is kind of an all-in here from tdM. They're going to go for the kill. The Zephyr, the 5-second arrow, the support for the Helperton. Great finish done in the background once again. Zephyr's dropping, though, and Zephyr will end up falling right there. Magnus Eruption coming as well, but Magnus falls. Soulstealer in the midst of it all. You got Behemoth putting the stomp on in the background of both Bubbles and Cthulhu Fawn, but Soulstealer diving into the base, but now he needs to fall back because Cthulhu Fawn causing a lot of issues in the background as Behemoth gets picked off, and now Soulstealer just figuring out really who to focus here in this fight. tdM not making it easy, but I think Fnatic's like, all right, yeah, I think you held this one off. We're going to port away. So, tdM, they hold off that push right there. Now, they did lose the racks, so...
Yeah, but they had
the
very bad luck. When Zephyr channeled his ulti and jumped in, the same second he jumped in, the Luna red stun bounced from 2 heroes onto Zephyr. So right as he peeked in, he was 4 seconds stunned and just initially died.
Yeah. That is unfortunate for him. Well, but you know, again, though, they lost the rack, so really Fnatic, you can say, you know, won that fight. So tdM, they did a hell of a job holding it off, but Fnatic's still just a little bit too powerful.
Speaking on Bubbles picked up a post haste, I really love that because they, like, if they want to win, they need pickoffs onto Soulstealer, and they're doing it right now. And if they get him once, they'll get him twice. If they do it right, because no one from Hellborn is
Oh, here we go. There's the Hellfire. The Saga to see where's the follow-up. Are they close enough? Soulstealer, can he get away? The trampoline. There's the Frostfield plate to catch, and yes, he'll fall now. They need to know he has a token of life.
Oh, crap.
So, do they have enough? Nymphora TP's in, but more support coming. And Soulstealer going to try to hold his ground. Geometer's being going to be used. Cuff holding him in place. There comes Fidget Jump from Behemoth. The Soul Burst comes out right there from Soulstealer as well. And look in the background in the meantime. Valkyrie going at it with the Luna. Well, Luna will go down. Valkyrie's still somehow alive. Soulstealer barely alive. And, oh my God, Soulstealer will survive. Unbelievable. Magnus going to try to chase the portal key at the last second. Not in time, and Magnus now will need to get away. As you see, Hellflower applied to Behemoth, actually. So Bubbles overstepping his boundaries, though. And Bubbles will get caught. Now, Tralfamador did pick off Nova in the meantime. So at least ends up kind of being a 1-for-1 there. But they did not get the kill that they were hoping for in Soulstealer. And that's got to be disappointing for tdM. But still, tdM, you know, not too bad in that fight. And they will just have to fall back now. But yeah, really unfortunate they couldn't get that
once again,
kill.
So unlucky. I think Era had like 8 HP there.
It was low.
That is so unlucky. Oh, damn.
Yeah, that was very, very low. Soulstealer and tdM and sort of banging their heads against the wall right now. Not literally, that would hurt, but yeah, that sucks. Sucks for them, but good news for Fnatic on the other hand. So that he stayed alive, and he's going to go back to Ancients now. But it is giving you confidence for tdM at least. I mean, it is showing that you're right. I mean, tdM is not out of this. This game is definitely not over. And Trademark can put it together if they manage to get those picks. And Era has been known. He is one of those players, and it works out most of the time. But there are those times where he plays a little bit too aggressive, a little bit too confident, and he will get picked off because he's so far pushed up by himself. That could be the game changer. So.
Yeah, I mean, Trolf has a Savage Mason, and when he hits that, when he gets that, he's gonna have the True Strike and the huge damage output on Soulstealer. So it's not looking too bad for them by any means.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely still hope here for Trademark Esports. So again, Fnatic up 1-0 here, but Trademark Esports not going down easy here in game number 2.
Era won't have a BKB throughout the whole game. Maybe very late if he manages to, if he wants to sell his PK for a BKB, but I don't think he'll do that.
Though, I mean, it feels like he needs to get one, though. You look at this Legion team, I mean, it's so powerful against this Legion team, I would think, but yeah, he didn't get one, so, and it isn't a point now, you know, do you still invest into getting one, or is it just like, you know, I haven't had it this whole time, might as well just not get it. Valkyrie does finish her Savage Mace, by the way, so you stressed how important that's going to be.
He has a gem as well on on Valkyrie.
God, she is so squishy though. 1290 life.
12 on Valkyrie always builds glass cannon though, and he always manages to do a very good job. So I'm not worried at all. At least not for the Valkyrie.
Yeah, as long as she can, you know, just keep her distance and make sure, you know, Zephyr doesn't gust her in or gets caught on top of Zephyr especially. That's the last area you want to be on top of. Then we'll be could be fine. Buyback situation, looking back at that now as this game gets longer and longer. So again, Noto's been out of buybacks for a while, no more on him. HoNor is the one.
If you look at Soulseer's items, he could possibly still get a BKB. If you look at his items, he has Steam Boots and a Post Haste, which I just figured now.
Ah, you're right.
He looks like he kept the Steam Boots for the attack speed and the survivability instead of selling them.
Yeah, it is interesting. But yeah, he definitely could get rid of the Steam Boots.
Yeah.
And get that shrunken head. So we'll see. I mean, he's getting close, but again, he does have 2 buybacks, and in this game, you do want to make sure that you at least have enough for 1. So probably not going to get it shortly here. Kongor is obviously not up yet, but I gotta think that's coming up soon. Yeah. Maybe not. I think people are just talking about it on stream right now. It's a 6-minute delay, so maybe about 4 more minutes or so. But that is the one benefit of the delay. Ooh, there goes the Axe of the Malphite. So we're gonna see that Symbol of Rage. In fact, there we go. He does buy the Symbol of Rage. Now he doesn't have any money, but he is feeling confident, as you know, it's no surprise with the items that he has, that he will stay alive and be just fine. So Symbol of Rage finished on him. tdM.
Now, if Legion doesn't insta-drop Soulseer, they'll have problems, because he will be full HP right after.
Yeah, they need to get that Hellflower. They need to get the Hellflower on him. They need to get Valkyrie pounding in damage.
Yeah.
I mean, it needs to all come together, no doubt, and then a Magnus Eruption right on top of that. That's pretty much the key here for our Legion team. And, again, still very possible, but Fnatic does continue to have that slight advantage. Speaking of Axe of the Malphite, Zephyr also has one, and obviously Behemoth's Heart in the near future for him, possibly. That's an illusion. Okay, I was going to say, what is Zero doing? Even the illusion, look at that. It's like taking on a 1v1 bubbles. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, illusions with stats are pretty insane.
Yeah. You could like farm creeps with those illusions, jeez.
I know what tdM has to do is have a good Magnus initiation, preferably stunning 2 or 3 heroes, while in that time they pick off Soulseer, because Soulseer is really the only real damage source they have, because if you look at Zephyr, he has 150 damage. He only deals like magic with his Gust and ulti and his Cyclones.
Yeah, you're right. It is important to keep in mind. Middle lane, okay, never mind. There's a lot of camping going on, you know, well, protecting, I guess is a better word. You see Bubbles farming Magnus and Glacius right off to the side, just in case. Cthulhu Font by himself in the jungle. I think Soulseer spotted him, but
yeah,
not going to risk it. Yeah. They don't know who else is nearby.
So. It's so funny. Both teams have an eye, but both of the teams have defensive wards, while the other team just has the ward of sight on, like, just next to theirs, but they can't counter ward because they're too scared to go.
Too scared to actually go, yep. That is pretty good. You see right here, they're going to go for it. Can they get the ward? Yes, Cthulhu Font's like, no, my ward! That's probably the bad decision, though. Cthulhu Font in a lot of trouble, actually. A great finish stun coming out. There's a Hellflower applied. Now he will go invisible for the prison, but it won't matter because of that pound die. And down he goes. Oh, no. He channeled the ultimate. That is huge.
Oh god. And Fnatic goes for the push. It's not gonna be good for
What was he thinking? There was no reason to do that right there. Valkyrie wasn't even with them. I mean, there's no way they're gonna have any chance in a team fight.
Well, at least he didn't jump in, so...
Yeah, well that's right. I mean, at least he's alive, so that's good. But
yeah. And they're actually not going for the push, but they baited the buyback, so still...
Yep.
Very good job here.
Oh yeah. By all means, a very, very effective kill. And Kongor, there he goes. Kongor respawns, and Soulseer once again. Right on top of him.
Probably gonna sell the Steam Boots this time around.
Yeah, I think so. For that token of life.
This is gonna be rough if tdM gets this. Fnatic, sorry.
Yeah, Fnatic is... Again, they don't have an eruption now. And I don't know if Fnatic spotted that, by the way, if they know that
probably
the
not,
down.
but they're still fairly confident, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, the arrow going to miss right there, but of course very aware now that it is happening, and no Prism, no Eruption. I mean, this is not the ideal situation right here for our Legion team.
Yeah, actually peek it out. Okay.
Yeah, they're getting Fnatic to play somewhat defensive, and if they can hold it off for another 40 seconds or so, they could actually have a chance, but I don't think that's going to happen. I would not go into here if I'm tdM. I mean, you kind of have to just say screw it, because without those ultimates, that's kind of a big deal. And they're going for it. Here we go. Kelpha, no, and it's not going to come out, actually. Bubbles gets caught first. There's that Starburst coming out. Magnus will stun up, but again, no Eruption, of course. Go through the flood. A great trample. That Glacial Downpour is doing so much damage right there. Valkyrie tearing in damage. Soul Stealer still alive with that Similar Rage Hill. Soul Stealer, can he survive the Magnus Lava Surge? And yes, Soul Stealer will go down.
He does have a buyback.
It is Zephyr versus these two. Magnus is dropping. Goes to Steam Bat, though, getting away. The Gust, it will hit, but not enough for the kill. Magnus will survive. Bubbles pop back. And now HoNor in a lot of trouble. The Hellfire applied to him. Through the phone with the trample. HoNor needs to... Oh, he's going to get the kill on a B-Kid, though. B-Kid was not paying attention right there, it seemed like. He goes down. Valkyrie comes back in there with a buyback herself. However, Zephyr now gusting defensively, but they're going to steal Kongor. Is Soul Stealer has a buyback? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have money for it. Oh, wow. Trademark Esports. Huge right there. They get the Kongor kill. Token of life on Valkyrie. Bananas on Cthulhu Font. Wow. They did that all without Prism or Eruption initially.
That fight could have been way worse for Fnatic. Soulseer, Arrow on the Soulseer got to use his Symbol of Rage with 100 HP and picked off like Valkyrie and Glacius or something.
Oh, wow.
So that could have been way worse as well, but still, great job by tdM.
That trample from Cthulhu Font was
completely
unbelievable.
Yeah, he had the, what's it called? The Obliterate on as well, and it just, I think it killed Nymph and Luna pretty much only with those two spells. And also Soul Stealer, he took lots of damage from that.
I think it hit all 5 heroes. I don't know if I've seen a trample ever hit all 5 heroes.
I think it hit at least 3 or 4.
Yeah, it hit a lot. That's what matters. The Glacial Downpour actually did a bit of damage there too from Sender. I mean, it was great positioning on his part, so...
Yeah, now they have the token. It's big.
That came together, and holy crap! I'm sitting there going, I don't know if tdM should be doing this, but obviously, looking at hindsight, well, that was the right decision. So
actually, initially, I thought that fight would be so bad because as Bubbles P hit in, I saw him Hellflowering Kongor, and I was like, oh crap.
Yeah. Oh, he Hellflowered Kongor? Is that what happened?
Yeah, because I think Soul Stealer was sitting or like right inside of Kongor, so
yeah.
He clicked on Kongor instead of Soul Stealer.
That's pretty funny, yeah. Well, it did work out very well for tdM. Now, again, though, you look at the overall situation, and Fnatic still actually is in a very they're in a solid spot. But it keeps going back to this game. It's completely there really is no lead. I mean, this is a very even game right now. It really is just going to come down to who makes the better plays, and that's what you like to see in the end of a great game like this. Who's going to get that jump? Who's going to get the initiation factor? And who will just simply outplay the other team is what it seems like that's going to happen here between these two teams. So that is the good thing, but you got to wonder, at least I still do, for Soul Stealer, Shrunken Head still would prove to be a very powerful item for him.
Probably, if he's... Well, he should save for buyback for now, but later on, when he has a buyback and BKB, he should definitely go for BKB.
Yeah.
At least that's what I think. Unless they get Mad Storm Spirits. And they have one on a Luna now, so he's going to be able to help as well.
That's true.
As actually Luna turns into probably a semi-carry. She has Phase Boots, Tablet, Hellflower, and Storm Spirit.
Yeah, I was actually meaning to bring that up earlier too. I mean, this is, not usually what we see from a Luna nowadays, but because of how long this game has happened, because of just the circumstances, obviously looking pretty good. They're chasing right now. Zephyr was actually taking out an Illusion Cthulhu Font, it looked like. Did take him a while, but Valkyrie came in, but you see they are running back and everything will be fine. But yeah, Luna, I mean, she's dishing out 240 max damage, attacking pretty fast, especially if she gets that Emerald Lightning off and steals that attack speed, so can hit pretty hard herself. So that's just another hero now that tdM will have to worry about in these big fights. So.
Oh, they actually have bananas as well. I forgot to mention that. The Tulifon has them.
Oh yeah, the banana. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I love the post-haste pickups they have. Oh my god, the Nymph TP on bottom on Valk.
Oh no, Valkyrie Travel with a run, buddy! Nice finish on the Sober's right off! Yeah, she's dead. She's gonna leap away though, but she left right into the 4 right there. The Behemoth ultimate did not hit in time. And so Valkyrie looks like she may get away. It's going to be close.
PK is up in 1 second.
Fissure, there's a stop. There we go. Oh, but the Magnus reaction. Perfect 10 minutes part. That Kappa comes out by that Fissure stun. Just a little bit too much. Soldier gets the last out of attack. And a team fight initiated. And Fnatic Ray Call is going to absolutely stomp tdM in that fight. Valkyrie cannot buy back, and that could have very likely done it right there.
Yeah,
Wow.
he has no buyback.
That was huge right there by Fnatic. So 70-second resurrection timer. They're going to get a Rex, no questions asked. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised to see some C votes coming out because, in fact, there we go. That pretty much did it in. And Fnatic Ray Call will be moving on to the semifinals here. tdM, again, not out of it. They get bumped down to the losers bracket though, but what a game we just had there, guys. That was quite the series, as I'm sure we expected and hoped for. So, final thoughts on really this game and series here, Kazu?
Great games, but I think both games had a pretty sad ending. Especially this one. This is like, they played for it half an hour and then to lose due to a pickoff.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I do agree with you there. I mean, the first one not that bad, but yeah, this second game it was. It's unfortunate from spectator point of view that it just ended just like that. But that's what happens, man. I mean, when you are in a close game like that, that's what comes up. I mean, obviously having no buybacks very very impactful, and Valkyrie just a little bit pushed up, and Fnatic capitalized on that. Wasn't able to get support in time, and it looked like they may have actually saved her for a second there, but obviously it did not happen. So. Fnatic Ray Call, again, they're moving on. I'm sure they're happy about that. That is our first series of the day, and it seems like we've already been here forever, but we at least have another series coming up. Again, we'll see how things play out for the rest of the day and how long it actually takes, but we will have a semifinal match hopefully coming up shortly here. Definitely stay tight, guys. I'll get you guys updates as soon as possible. Once again, for this match, though, I was Breaking CBK. Joining me is Kazu. Co-caster here. Appreciate having him on from blackfade.org. And as always, stay tuned to honcast.com for much more coverage. Casey, I don't know if are you planning on sticking around? I mean, what's the deal with you? Either way doesn't matter for me. So
depends how long it takes for the next match to be started.
Okay.
But I'm not tired at all, actually.
Okay. Well, yeah. Welcome to stay. So we'll see. We'll see what's happening. We'll get some updates and we'll find out. All right, guys. So stay tuned, guys. Again, congratulations, Fnatic. Stay tuned though. We got most likely a winners bracket semifinals coming up next. We'll be right back.